I will build a great, great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall. I think I am a nice person. People that know me like me. I like China. I just sold an apartment for $15 million to somebody from China. Exactly.
Hey guys, it is What Up Vlogs here for another edition of Spikeball Weekly. Man, Spikeball has thrived on this channel and I love it. I love the sport. It's so fun to play, and I really think once it gets popular, it could rival basketball and football for most popular sports in America or even in the world once it gets more popular. So if you are new and you are just viewing this, subscribe. We don't just do Spikeball, we do video game reviews, theories on occasion. You know, those are hard to come up with. We do actual games of Spikeballs if you want to check out some of the past games. Latest game was my team, the Trains versus the Unicorns, in a record-setting attempt. And if you haven't seen that, go view that to see if I did set that record. The record to beat was 1-4 in like some game, I forget when, but it was like 1-4 in a 1-5 game. So that was the record to beat. I would have had to score 0-5. Go see if I did that if you haven't viewed that or if you're a new subscriber. So click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into Spikeball Weekly. So first up, the expansion team. If you were not watching last week, the expansion team, the Evergold Pine Trees, will make their debut game in either the first, their debut game does not have a set date, but they will debut next season, or if something happens, they will debut the next season. So if they cannot debut in the 2019 to 2020 season, they will debut in the 2020 to 2021 season. Also, player alert! The Unicorns are going to sign Braddock Mills out of free agency. He joined the league. He will debut on their team in their first game in the 2019 to 2020 season. Or actually, he might debut next time the Unicorns are facing. So he's either debuting this season or next season. But yes, they have signed him to probably, I'll have to check with him, but it'll be either a 2 or 3 season deal. Also, the off season is 1 month. 1 month of off season. That's 11 months of Spikeball games. Spikeball Weekly will be still running during that 1 month of break. So we tried to keep the off season as small as possible, and we figured 1 month, 30 days, 4 weeks is a pretty reasonable time for the players to rest, because I am a player in this league, and it may not look like we're working hard out there, but it is. We're gonna probably start having practices. It's a fun sport, but you have to work hard at it. And in this sport, hard work is over talent in this sport. So, yeah, Braddock Mills. He's my friend. I've known him since we were 3 years old. Kind of hard to believe that we've been friends that long, but we are. And so he and I play hockey together. He's a really good goalie in hockey. His record is like 12 shots in a row for blocking in hockey. It's insane what he does out there. So he will be really good at Spikeball. I think even on the bigger goals, like at the Lake Monsters arena, he'll be able to defend that just fine. Scoring, he'll probably be able to score, but not as efficiently as main scorers like me and Sam and Henry. I'm mainly a main. Well, really? We don't really have main scorers. I mean, I do pretty well defense, but probably the top 2 scorers in the league are me and Henry. Will he be able to beat me out? Possibly. Yeah, he'll be able to beat me out. he'll surprise you. So, yeah, he'll definitely be added to the list of current stars with me and Henry. He probably won't be a rising star. He'll probably come out of the gates as a star. He'll probably won't be in Sam, Catherine's, or Abby's league. But you never know. So yeah, and also the Evergold Pine Trees, their first player will be Dominic Smith. Go subscribe to his channel. I think that's the name of his channel. If not, and you're viewing this, Dominic, comment down below. That way people can go check out your channel. He is gonna start posting again, he said. Don't know when, but yeah, he has his own channel. He will be their first ever player. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. Next game is tomorrow is the debut game of the new official Spike Ball jerseys. The Trains versus the Planes in the new official Spike Ball jerseys. I am so excited to debut those. But we have a news alert. There might not be a game next week. It's possible that there is not a game next week. It's a 50-50 chance, okay? Because if you guys did not know, I am in Boy Scouts and they're having a camp over this weekend. And if I cannot get home in time on Sunday to go over to Beast HDM's house or Henry's house, I cannot film new games. So there might not be a game next week, but there also might be one. So you'll just have to look out. That's why you should turn those notification bells on. That notification bell on, man. Ring it so hard, it makes Philadelphia jealous. Joel Embiid will say, wow, they really know how to ring a bell. That was a horrible Joel Embiid impression. Whatever. Yes, I'm an NBA fan. So, yeah, keep your head on a swivel for that. But yeah, debut of the new jerseys. Whew. Man. I cannot wait for the new debut jerseys. So yeah. Let's see. What else could be happening? Oh yeah. Rivalry game. Trains vs. Lake Monsters. Rivalry game alert. Man. That is a big rivalry that has been happening in the NSL. Even before it was called the National Spike Ball League, and then they just called it Spike Ball and they didn't have a league name. That was the biggest rivalry. This will be the third year in a row, and there have only been 3 seasons ever in Spike Ball that they will probably go head to head in the finals. So I'm not saying that Sam won't beat them, won't beat the Lake Monsters, or the Unicorns could get back into the playoffs, possibly by beating Sam. So yeah, and the Planes could beat me out. Don't know. Actually, no, that's impossible. The Planes could beat me in the finals. Not in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals. So, rivalry. Also, a rivalry in the Eastern Conference is developing between Sam's Jackrabbits and Henry's Lake Monsters, because Sam just beat out Henry for the #1 seed in the East, and if the Unicorns win a game and he has the worst loss record, he could go out of the playoffs. But that won't happen, probably. I mean, that won't happen, him going out of the playoffs, not the Unicorns not winning a game. They will win a game sometime into the season, I expect. At least one game. So, and yes, that 11 months does count the playoffs. So, man. But yeah, Next time they face off, I bet, because they're just one win apart. So if Henry wins a game, he moves up. If Sam loses a game, and Henry, they'll be tied. So yeah, an Eastern Conference rivalry is kind of happening now. So yeah, the reason Braddock is not getting his own team is because it'll be even teams in the each conference, 3-3, and so that way one team will miss the playoffs on each conference, and there will be more competitive nature in the league. So yeah, he'll be joining the Unicorns, or the team with the worst record overall by the end of this season. He will join that team because he's a pretty good player. So yes, Abby, the team's Unicorns, their player will be coming off the bench, but that'll be after he scores 3 points or gets tired. So on the bright side, just if you look at it from the Unicorn standpoint, they get a potential star on their roster with a solid bench, because Abby is a young rookie whose defensive power is surprising the league. Like originally, when Sam beat her, they didn't really expect her to be much. The Unicorns, they didn't expect her to be much. But lucky them, they got a potential rising star. Sam is going to beat them all out, though, for rising star. Or you could call it Rookie of the Year, but we call it Rising Star of the Year because they're technically not rookies. But Rising Star of the Year. But it's a pretty close thing, because Catherine Manning of the Plains has been playing top, just awesome. Only lost by 1 point to the defending champs Trains. 1 point, made a comeback almost. Pretty good. And the Unicorns have a young defensive star. Maybe not efficient on scoring, but defense, when it comes down to crunch time and it's a close game, defense wins it. Because you get stops, and then that leads to a score. So as you get stops, they don't score, which leads to you winning. So say it's 4-4, tight game. They get a good bounce off. It goes high, swatted. You get the ball, score. Didn't have a defensive monster, they would have scored. See? I'm not saying defense wins championships. I'm just saying it wins games. Offense, yes, you need it against championship contenders. But against teams like the Jackrabbits, who, yes, are championship contenders, but the Lake Monsters are a really good team. Not saying that they will lose, but just saying that it's going to be hard. And so defensive stops is going to be a key for the Unicorns. They're getting 2 probably defensively strong players, but we'll just have to see how Braddock does on scoring. I think he'll do well. What do you guys think? So, yeah. Let's see. So now that we are getting more players in the league, bench players will be traded to different teams, and trades will happen as we get more people in. So there will be more trades happening and more off-season signings and stuff. There is no trade deadline. That way crazy trades happen all the time. Sometimes insignificant trades of bench players, but if they have a bench player that is really good, like Abby, a defensive star, those trades could be significant. I don't know how it's going to go down. Also, I'm glad that Braddock is joining the league because he doesn't care what color the jersey is. He doesn't care about the team's record. He is there to have fun and play, man. It is awesome. I mean, I would want him on my team, but me and him, that would just be a super team. That would not be good. Sorry, Braddock, but maybe as we get more players in the league, you could be on my team. But I've played on his team for hockey. He's a real optimistic guy. Occasionally, he's just a really good teammate. and I would want him as a teammate on my team. So, Abby is lucky, man. She gets another defensive star, probably, who can kind of, in practices, once we start having practices, if they kind of gel together, and, you know, they're like friends, he can probably teach her. And as we get older, and yes, soon we will have, not soon, but one day, us three, me, Henry, and Braddock, we're all around the same age. Henry's the oldest. We will retire. But that'll probably be a long down the road, because we're still kids right now. So that'll be a long down the road, but Abby will still be younger than him. So as he gets older, and as she gets older, he can, you know, pass the torch. And if he gets injured, the Unicorns can look to their bench to win them games. I've been praising the Unicorns lately, so let's move on. The Plains. The Plains. Rising star, Catherine Manning, a offensive scorer, not really a defensive player. They should, once we get more players in, the Plains should really add a defensive bench player. Not an offensive, like a starter maybe, but like a bench player who they can look to put in at the end of games to get those defensive stops. But she is a very offensively efficient player, which in this league is a good thing. While being a defensive monster is also a good thing. So both sides are good thing. Also, I would really like Braddock to be my ref because he doesn't play biased. You all don't know that. But me, Henry, no, he doesn't play biased when reffing stuff. No, sir. He calls true fouls, man. So, yeah. Lake Monsters' current star, Henry McLaughlin, playing not at his prime. So if this is not his prime, oh my gosh. And this isn't my prime yet, oh my gosh. This video is probably getting pretty long. Well, I know you guys wouldn't be bothered if this was getting long, but it's time to go into vlog mode. 17 minutes. Okay guys, welcome to vlog mode. Well, today on this vlog mode, I'm going to be releasing a rap song. It is a play-on-play by Drake's God's Plan. It's going to be called Luke's Plan. I will see you guys next time after this edition of Spikeball Weekly.